Journalism. It's a pretty broad term for a lot of different jobs. You've got TV, radio, newspapers, magazines, and it would take me all day to cover all of them. So today, we're looking at online journalism, and in itself is a lot more than just writing a story. Video is a massive part of online journalism, which means you need to be a cameraman, editor, producer, interviewer, and every other job necessary to bring a story to life. So let's go find an online journalist to see how they do it. An online journalist needs to be a bit of a one-man band, in that you need to find a story, write the story, work in front of the camera presenting, behind the camera filming, and edit the finished product. Today, we're chatting to online journo, Reese Wolf. Reese.
G'day, Jesse.
Mate, I've got a few questions about being an online journalist.
Absolutely. Follow me. Cool.
Now the interviewer becomes the interviewee.
Let's do it. What can I help you with?
Well, first up, just take me through a typical day.
Well, the day starts before you even actually get to work, so I'll listen to the radio on the way, find out what happened over the night in the news. Then when I get here, check the newspapers, check online, see what's happened around the world, and then I'll form a plan for the day and find out what stories are appropriate for video coverage and make my decisions from there.
So you're pretty busy. Why did you want to become an online journalist?
Video journalism is a pretty new industry in the big scheme of things, so I thought it was something exciting to get into at the very start. I always fancy myself as a storyteller, so this was probably the best way to tell stories and get paid to do it.
So as a journalist, I mean, you need to be a jack of all trades. You need to be a cameraman, editor, writer. What's the hardest part of the job?
You have to be very organised. You need to know what you're going to do before you even go out and do it. And then, of course, having to organise and lug all that stuff around can be a bit challenging sometimes, especially on a hot day like today.
Is there much work out there for a journalist?
Yeah, there certainly is if you put yourself out there. There's still a lot of available roles in the regional areas, which will be a fantastic opportunity to start with. Here in the metro area, use websites that always are keen on video because that's sort of the direction it's all heading in. So whilst it might be quiet at the moment, there's certainly opportunities that will present themselves down the road.
And let's say I want to be a journalist right now. What's one piece of advice you would give me?
Work for free and try anything.
Work for free.
That would be my two pieces of advice because unfortunately that is the way it works at the moment, where you'll have to put yourself out there and also try anything that is available. It might not be exactly what you think you want to do, but you might find that once you've tried it, that's what you actually really like.
So from school to today, what steps do you need to take to get to where you are?
Well, I started out doing a communications degree at uni, and then I did a diploma of broadcasting after that. That's not the only route you can take. You can do a film and media course or just an exclusive journalism course. What
characteristics does someone need to be a journalist?
I would say organisational skills, particularly in the video side of things, knowing what you're going to need to capture on the spot, take back, what you're going to need to edit, how you're going to script it. I'd say being organised would be the most important thing for me.
And if you could still end up where you are now, but have done one thing differently, what would that be?
I'd probably say after getting the experience, I'd throw myself in the deep end a bit more, maybe go out there, put myself in an uncomfortable situation and see what I came back with. That's probably what I'd like to do a bit differently.
Cool, man. Well, I know you're a super busy dude and it looks like you've got a few stories to take care of.
A few stories to tell, yeah.
Cheers. Thanks so much for talking to us today, man.
You're very welcome.
So there you have it. If you're a creative, confident and organised person, then maybe online journalism is the thing for you. For more info, head to studentedge.com.au.